What's up, everyone? Today we're having a different kind of video. Nothing exactly gaming related, although it kind of is, but not in a way that we're gonna be playing any games or anything. We're gonna talk a bit about Reckful. I didn't wanna go into this, but then I decided to actually do that, just because it's not just about him. It's about a lot of people with the same kind of a thing going on. So if you don't know who Reckful is, he's basically one of the, I want to say, one of the few first Twitch streamers ever, really, on a platform, or well, one of the few that I've seen or followed way back when I first started watching Twitch. If you wanna call it, you can say he was like one of the pioneers or one of the founders of the whole platform with his World of Warcraft and other games, but mostly World of Warcraft. So he passed away recently. He unfortunately killed himself due to mental health, and that's one of the reasons why I made this video. So it's not about, of course, Reckful is one of the few people that I've used to watch. Not so much recently, as I started doing this thing myself. I started streaming, I started doing YouTube and stuff like that. But I used to watch him alongside, I don't know, Asmongold in WoW back in the day when I followed it more than recently. Recently, I've turned to Smite. Other stuff doesn't really matter. Not about me. But yeah, he was one of the people that I used to watch really often back in the day. And unfortunately, I never grew big enough to actually meet him or talk to him in real life or online, of course. But he was one of the people that inspired me to do this, to start making YouTube, to start doing the videos and stuff, and gaming in general. I loved gaming, but to put it out there for other people to see it, that's something that I've built a. They encouraged me. They kind of helped me push through my shyness and stuff like that to put videos out there. And yeah, they were something else, you know. So unfortunately, what happened to him isn't happening just to him. It's actually happening to a whole lot of people. You guys might even have somebody that you know, family member, friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't really matter, who have same or similar kind of mental, I don't want to call it disorder, just it's like a virus that poisons your brain. And usually when it comes to content creators, that happens a whole lot more, just because you not necessarily, but you put yourself out there for other people to see you. And therefore, if you're being honest and true, like the most people are, some people are, they have their own identity on the internet and stuff. But if you're one of those people that are true to themselves, and their actual character in real life, they're also that on the internet. Usually being a hater or just bring the bad vibes, negative comments and stuff like that, that kind of gets to you personally, in a way that you read a comment, I don't know, you're trash, for example, and you take it too seriously, even though it comes from a person that you don't know, that is just doing it because they don't like you or anything, or like something negligible. But it gets to you just because that's, you know, that is you they're talking about, and in your mind, once you read a comment, it appears that you're telling that to yourself, or in a way. And that kind of things get to most people, because, for example, in my situation, I've been doing Twitch and YouTube for 2 years now. Full 2 years actually have passed, and I've made no real progress, really. I have very few followers, well, very few subscribers on both platforms, and I don't have. If I don't have viewers, of course, I mostly don't have haters. There are some people, of course, but that kind of a number is negligible. But once you reach that high of audience, as most of, not most, but the biggest streamers like Reckful are reaching, that number of mean people gets exponentially larger, you know. And again, that kind of a approach gets to them personally, and can quite effectively affect their real life in a bad way. So, you know, if you know somebody like that, if you have those friends and stuff like that, it's always nice to be a good support to them. It's always nice to be a good person, to be good around them, to try and help them. But of course, there's you always have to encourage those kinds of people to go and talk to the therapist, talk to the doctor, talk to the psychiatrist, get medication, prescriptions, you know. And you can help them as much as you can, and of course that's never a bad thing, but you cannot replace those things in a way that those are professionals that have studied and worked around people, and they've seen many more cases with many more different cases, and they know how to deal with that kind of stuff. And even the most educated people and the most experienced people, sometimes they don't know exactly what they're dealing with. So in a way, it helps. Of course, it helps them, but again, you should always consider encouraging them to seek for actual help, actual medical help. And again, that's something that your community, as a Twitch streamer, as a YouTuber, as a Mixer streamer, although Mixer is unfortunately getting being closed and stuff, that's something that your community could help you with, by being positive with you, you know, by having decent conversations with them. They're being nice in the chat and stuff like that. And once you see, for example, there are people who on social media mostly, there are people who just post random stuff about random people they might not know or never will know in real life. They post stuff like you're a piece of shit or something like that. You know, you're ugly, you're fat, something like that. Doesn't really matter. Which will get to those people in a bad way. People tend to kind of grow that, you know, like watering the seed of a plant that grows. They, I don't know, share their Twitter posts or Instagram posts and stuff like that, and they keep doing that, and it kind of grows this poisonous virus inside of people who are putting out their most to be treated like that, you know. For example, I put myself in that kind of a skin. I've done 2 years, full 2 years of everything that I do, and I didn't really make a progress, and it gets to me really hard, just because I know how much work and time I'm putting into this, and money, of course. I mean, I needed to. I couldn't ask for my parents to buy stuff for me. I actually had to buy it myself, and my bills and stuff like that, I paid it myself, and it's difficult. I have a day job, or well, actually a night job that I do every single day, and even after that night job, I get really tired. I'm exhausted a lot, and I still have a lot of excitement and a lot of this build up. How do I say this? I have this. I want to keep streaming. I want to do it. I like the thing that I'm doing. That's been my dream job ever since I was a kid. And once I see my progress not happening, it's just not there at all. It gets to me and it crushes me down, but I'm still trying to move forward. And once you go for a goal, 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs, 3,000 subs. Is it worth it getting to a goal? It definitely is. It is worth it getting to your goal, but you also need to understand the consequences that can happen along the way, which could be presented in a way of those people that aren't so nice on internet. And to people that have mental disorders and mental problems, that can get really, really bad for them because they're trying to do something. Just recently, I saw a tweet by famous, well, famous, I'll say famous just because I'm not even close to that, streamer, about how they're feeling sad all the time and recently. And I've sent them a personal message just to cheer them up, just because I don't like seeing people who are putting all of their work, their blood, sweat, and tears, even though, of course, sitting in a chair isn't so difficult. It's difficult to be happy on the internet when there's people who will try to make you unhappy and sad and stuff like that. There are people who do that. Not, I don't want to say on demand. They're doing that out of a revolt or something like that, or maybe they are just I don't know. Maybe they it's not that necessarily they have a bad way with you, like you did anything wrong to them. Maybe they're jealous, stuff like that happens, and this seed grows inside of them to hate you, and then they get supporters for that, and they do it even more, and then they get that whole thing gets to you personally as a content creator who's trying to build a community and make something great, So I have no doubt that once hopefully one day I reach bigger numbers of community members, there's no doubt that I'll have people like that. But just having somebody to kind of cheer you up, having that community, it's helpful, but you should always look on the bright side. Try not to get distracted by mean comments. Try not to take it as personal, even though that is very difficult. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I know it's difficult, but you should do your best to not take it as personal as you might. And lastly, I want to just talk about this the community that is happening along the way with you, right? I see a lot of Twitch streamers, a lot of YouTubers every single day. I always look for new people. Not always, but I every single day I see somebody new, in a way. And I tend to try and support those people by giving them tips and stuff like that. Not in terms of money, just tips that can help them grow their business, grow their community. Even though those tips myself didn't exactly help me, like they did, but it never got me anywhere. I've seen people grow really, really fast, way faster than me, and they started streaming later than me. And I would be one of those people who should hate them. No, not exactly, right? That's because I'm not jealous. I'm not that kind of a guy that will start saying mean things about people that are successful. That's why everybody used to hate on Ninja, PewDiePie, Reckful. A lot of people. There's these people that they're just jealous, and they're hateful because they're just that jealous, because they aren't so successful. They aren't really good or really funny, or I don't know. They couldn't build a community and essentially make money off of streaming or playing video games or singing, music, art, anything really. So I'm trying to I'm trying to plant a different seed in a world, and I'm not saying you should follow my steps, follow my example, anything like that. You live your own life. There's no textbook that can show you the way of life. Or, well, actually there is. That's your parents. Your parents teach you how you should behave. But you shouldn't always follow the textbook of how you should live your life. You need to live your life the way you want to live it. And in my way, from my personal perspective, I want to help everybody and anybody that I can, of course. And that's where those kinds of things come from, right? I always help the small streamers. I host them. I give them tips on how they should improve the stream, what should they do, stuff like that. And I'm actually happy when I see the fruits of their labor. I'm actually genuinely happy. I'm now trying to grow my side of the world, my own thing. The one message that I would kind of probably give to everybody, and it's probably the best message to end this video, even though it's kind of a serious video. It's not something cheerful and funny and stuff like that. First things first, to all the people that you know that have kind of a mental disorder, stuff like that, always be by their side, but always encourage them to seek for actual medical help, professional help. And if you're a content creator, make sure that you realize you are you're at the top of the, I don't know, you're at the ceiling. You climbed over the wall because there was somebody who helped you up, and that somebody is your community. If you're a Twitch YouTube streamer, you guys community are no different than us. No different. We do the same things that you guys do. I don't know, I have a normal night job, and I do that every single day, just like most of the people do. I do stream because I like it. Nobody's forcing me to stream. I just like doing that. And I want everybody to realize, if one of the days I myself or some other YouTuber or my editor or my best friend or my girlfriend, I don't know, makes up in life on streaming or doing a job they like to do, never forget who helped you get up there, right? Because those are the people that are your foundation. That's how you are standing still. So once again, I'm sorry for this serious kind of a video. It's just my general ideas and thoughts of how mentality online is working, right? Where there's people who are purposefully doing something bad to other people, and then that escalates really, really high. It happened to Erika. It happened to Reckful. It can happen to anybody, really. And I don't want. I'm just being a positive impact to everyone. You're kind of promoting that positive mentality as a whole, right? So keep staying positive. Right now, it's this whole situation about the coronavirus. A lot of stuff is happening around the world, and everywhere is bad. Try to be positive to other people. Try to be positive around the people. It'll help them grow up. Essentially, it'll help them with in their everyday life. And just try not to think of negativity as a personal thing. Usually people who hate you don't exactly have a reason to hate you. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in a gaming video, probably tomorrow or some other day. But yeah, thank you everybody, and I'll see you later.